This used to be the economics centre of Exeter University, one of the most esteemed economic centres in the country. Now they call it the business school. I don't know why, you know what I mean, but fucking hell. Like, we just walked through it, we've heard about 8, 10 different languages. I think I've seen 2 English people here, and they are rather posh, you know what I mean, but fucking hell. Like, this uni works on fucking impulse. Yeah, like that's why people can't, just normal people who live in Exeter can't come here. You know what I mean? Like the cars parked in the car park tell you that. You know what I mean? You're fucking hell, like. Why are we here? Because like, half the people here, right, are fucking, well, they're new residents to the country, they're immigrants, and they're getting paid to like fucking, they get grants and whatever they're called, money to come here and study, get better jobs than what we've got, or what we can have. You know what I mean? It's never right. And here at the minute, you've got like the racial divide is fucking pathetic because of Donald Trump. This is England and they're all going on about Donald Trump. Like the 2 protests that I filmed were about Donald Trump, and that was all from here. It was all from here, and you got, I forget her name, but she was the leader of the anti-Trump thing, and they used to organise marches against Israel because of Palestine, but they won't do that now, because they're banned from doing it. So all of a sudden, if you're walking around the uni, you'll see a spot protest that is illegal, and it'll probably go on for about 20 minutes before someone realises what's going on, and they'll ban it. You know what I mean? But because they're posh and rich, and they get away with it. Like, for example, was it remember Occupy the Green? When they occupied Cathedral Green.
Yeah,
and everyone thought, what the fuck's going on? How can they do that? Yeah, with the, I forget what he's called. The bloke who runs the cathedral, I can't remember. Cardinal? No, he's not a cardinal. Fuck knows something. Anyway, he runs the Cathedral Green, and he was behind him. Yeah, then it turns out that the person who was running it was a Muslim, right? Yeah. So what the fuck? You know what I mean? Because he ran a student thing, he runs the anti-Israel thing. You know, anti-Semitism is rife here. You know what I mean? And people talk about racism, but you won't talk about that. People won't talk about anti-Semitism. You cannot have a multicultural society where one race is persecuted, because as soon as you do that, you've got a multi-racial society. Multiculturalism means everyone has got to get on, yeah, and in some ideal utopian fucking dream world, which is never going to happen. You know what I mean? Like, we got Ben Bradshaw, right? Blue Labour Ben Bradshaw backs everything that goes on in this uni. Every building site in this town. I wish I could show you an aerial view of Exeter where all the cranes are and every fucking building that's going on. They're selling everything. They're turning everything into these new buildings. Yeah. I mean, I helped build this place, and when they done that, what they was doing was illegal. If one of them planes of glass had fallen down and killed one of us, they wouldn't give a fuck. Because they don't want, they say, oh, there's no accidents on this site. I got banned from here because I walked into a room in that building there, we was doing it, and all the windows were shut, yeah, and we was cleaning it out, we was just clearing it all out. There was tons of shit in there, it was unbelievable. And I walked in this room, and there's 2 Polish dudes sweeping asbestos with no gloves, no masks or nothing, and the windows were shut. Now, if all the windows were open, fair enough, because it was only grey asbestos that I saw. There might have been brown. It is it's sort of an old building, but that's fucking liberty. So because I'm asbestos qualified, I had to grass them up. By law, I had to grass the fucking foreman up. Yeah, grassed them up to health and safety. He laughed at me. Then I had to go into the uni. Yeah, and they took it serious and went apeshit. You know what I mean? But that's what I mean. Like, they're making fucking millions here at the cost of other people's lives. Working class people, like Polish people, you know what I mean, who are undercutting us. They shouldn't have even been there because they weren't qualified. But you know what I mean. That's what a fucking corporate government does to you. And like, I've argued with Ben Bradshaw's mate. He's like, oh yeah, but that's, I forget his name, Bill something, Bill Mayer or something. He goes, oh yeah, that's what labourers do, they do shit jobs. He goes, you fucking cunt, they're labour, you know what I mean? And that's what I mean, you got like, fuck me, like, this country, since I was born, has always been poor, no wages, the working class are cunts, the unions are cunts, you know what I mean? Everyone's got that fucking in their head that they're convinced that the English are lazy, you know what I mean? I would have gone to uni, I ain't fucking lazy, I'll graft my tits off, you know what I mean? Seriously. But these people don't, they mooch around like stoned out of their head, we're seeing Rizzlers on the floor and joints, burnt joints and everything, everyone's off their fucking heads, they're all walking around in slow motion. That's what the rich do. They're like, I think I said this before, but this university, the class divide there is sick. Yeah? That's bad enough. You've got the rich people and the poor people, and they hate each other with a vengeance. You've only got to go on, if you go on Exeter Uni site, yeah, and look at the forum, there's a forum, anyone can do this, you know what I mean? It's not coded up or nothing. You go on there and they're all arguing with each other, calling each other cunts and that. And that's what it was like 10, 15 years ago. Now you've got the racial divide. It's like Israel and Palestine. Everyone's brought that fucking Muslim and Jew argument to this country. As soon as you mention anything, oh, what about Palestine? What about Palestine? What about all the fucking countries that the Queen occupies? Yeah? The Queen, exactly the same as what Israel's doing to Palestine, the Queen does to other countries. She occupied Ireland and then went around the world freeing other occupied countries, and saying, oh, we freed this country because they're cunts. What? You occupied Ireland against their fucking will. Yeah? Segregated Ireland because of religion. You know what I mean? Fake religions at that. Catholicism was the first religion. That was the religion all over this country. And then your fucking hero, what's his name, Guy Fawkes, he defected to Spain from Yorkshire when he was 11. He went to Spain, come back, and he fought to get the Catholicism back into the country instead of the Church of England. That's like, you know, now everyone thinks he was just out to blow the corrupt Parliament up. They wouldn't, if he was out to just blow the corrupt Parliament up, the elite, they wouldn't let us celebrate it. The only reason they celebrate it is because it was about religion. Yeah? And after, his head was put on a fucking spike on London Bridge. That is what they want you to remember. You fuck with the government, you'll get spiked. Yeah? Look at Dr. David Kelly, was that his name? Yeah. Kelly? Yeah. Everyone blatantly knows he was pushed off that fucking mountain. Yeah? You know what I mean? I forget what that was about even.
Was that the Iraq War?
Oh, was it the Iraq War? Yeah. Fucking hell, mate. Like, you know what I mean? This is so obvious. There's so many people just disappearing and dying when they're trying to expose stuff. I mean, the Muslim grooming gangs. And yes, the Muslim grooming gangs, yes.
Not Rothschild grooming gangs.
Yeah. Like, and this is what I mean, you mentioned that, right? And everyone's excuse is, oh, but not all Muslims are fucking rapists. I didn't say they was, yeah? If one person rapes a fucking child, that is the person I'm blaming. That is who we're all blaming. Everyone knows that's the truth, but oh no, bring the Muslims v Jews into it. You know, this is England. We don't need their problems. We got enough of our own, yeah? You know what I mean? Like, the Fabians is mostly Jewish, and you're telling me like, oh, you know, Corbyn's fucking good. Corbyn ain't good. He fucking praises all this shit. You know, fill the unis up with imported students, and yes, it does make a lot of money. If you walk around here, the majority of students here are from Saudi Arabia, yeah, and China. They're not here to live. They come over here, do their 2-3 years in uni, and then go back to their country. If the government pays for them to do that, yeah. When I talk about this class divide here, it ain't about immigrants. This is about like people, you know, like for instance, my cousin, he went to school with Charlie George in the 60s, 70s, and he could have played for Arsenal, but he come out of school, started working, drinking and smoking. Not heavy, but you know, there's enough for him to stop being a professional player for Arsenal. But the chances of someone in Finsbury Park, yeah, which is right next to Arsenal, getting a place in the Arsenal football team is almost impossible. You know what I mean? They're going to Africa and all around the world and finding players who have played it all their life because that's all they got. Yeah? All they got is a football, and they play to death. And yeah, they're good players. That's what they train to do, and fair play. You know what I mean? I ain't arguing with that. It is bad. I mean, there was a sports event the other day, supposed to be representing Britain, and there was no white players at all. You know what I mean? It ain't like, you know, it's fucking hell. Everything I say is racist. The truth is racist. It's fucking bollocks. You know what I mean? Like, fucking hell, there's English people in the unit. Fucking, how did they get in here? Who let all this riff-raff into the room? Fucking hell, mate. Oh. I don't know if you've ever been to Exeter, but like, if you're from like, you grew up here, the geezer with the camera grew up here. Yeah, you don't notice, like I come from Essex and there's got like, everyone's got 200 quid cars, like old Mondeos with a different colour door, you know what I mean, because they had a dent in there and they got one with a scrappy. But you don't see that here. Literally every car is new. It's like everything's new, everything's money. Mercedes, every other car's a Mercedes. Aston Martin's everywhere, fucking hell. We don't get that opportunity. The working class people don't get that opportunity, and that's planned. We can see that blatantly with like Ben Bradshaw. He's just like, you can't, if you're working class, you can't talk to him about anything.
No, you won't get an appointment to see him if you're working class.
You won't.
We know that because we've tried to speak to him and
he won't have it.
He's just not available.
He won't have it, the truth. He don't want the truth.
I don't know, what does he spend his time doing? Have you got any idea?
Ooh,
I'm fucked if I know.
He encourages all the building to do with the union. Like, what is the point of the Labour Party when everything he does is corporate?
But I'm wondering what he actually spends his fucking time doing all day, because he's not available to speak to any of us.
Well, I'm surprised he ain't a fat cunt like all the other ones who sit in restaurants
he
all
must
day.
do something. I don't know what though.
Yeah, but it's no good. Everything's no good.
I know he loves war. He votes for fucking war every time.
Yeah, but look who's in the Labour Party. You got that fucking Diane Abbott, right? And she is one racist cunt. You can't deny that. If you can deny that, then you ain't in the real world. You know what I mean? You're probably sitting there arguing about.
But what were you telling me earlier about the British Constitution Group wanting to be Prime Minister?
Oh, some dickhead on there says she's from Hackney. I said, have you ever been to Stoke Newington? And she went, oh, you're racist. And she won't explain how I'm racist. I used to live in Dalston, about 100 yards away from Stoke Newington, and I know what it's like there. I've seen so many stabbings there. I even filmed a stabbing. There was 100 police outside the fucking train station, and someone went and stabbed someone with all them police there, and then started arguing with the police after he stabbed them. The fucking world's gone crazy, man. The world's gone crazy, and we ain't part of it. You know what I mean? Ain't people waking up to this? You know what I mean?
So this person who was calling for Diane Abbott to be Prime Minister, did you not explain to her what her comments about white people a week or so ago? What was it she said, Diane Abbott?
Oh, Diane, she said all sorts. Every breath she takes is racist. You know what I mean?
But you're the racist for pointing it out.
The truth is racist.
Fucking, it's bollocks, isn't it?
The rich have made the truth racist. We can't do nothing. We can't achieve nothing. Because, you know...
There'll never be unity, will there?
I can't go. I've been in so many jobs where the immigrants dominate that job, so you know you're going to be the first one to go because they're going to slander you to get rid of you. My mate was bar manager in the Harbour pub down at Brighton. He'd been there 4 years, and then they got a Polish manager in there. She started making him clean up the fucking toilets and all that.
I think most of these jobs are being advertised overseas first, Mark.
Oh, it's guaranteed. Like.
Because
I ain't had no money off the dough. I'm supposed to be doing like job search and all that. And I just, what's the point? You do a job search, after jobs don't exist, you go for it, it says, oh, do this job, search for an hour, you apply for it, and then it says, oh, you have now registered with monster.com for jobs. So the job wasn't even there, they're just conning you into getting on their fucking website. And I have never heard back from any of them big agencies, Monster, Reed. They don't get back to you. You know what I mean? It's bullshit. It's all bullshit. They've already given the job away to someone in France.
It's a fucking rigged system.
Oh, definitely.
It's a fucking rigged system, and it's places like this shithole where these cunts are being taught how to rig that fucking system.
Yeah.
How to fucking manipulate and rig that fucking rigged system. It's like you always say, it's them and us, Mark.
They'll
It's them and us.
They'll sit there for like fucking 12. You know what
It's
I mean?
literally these posh cunts and us.
4 or 5 years they stay there, right? Yeah. And half of them have just come here just for the sake of it, for something to do. Oh, I've been to uni.
But don't you think what I'm saying?
They don't need a job.
It's like you say, it's them and us, and here we are. This is them, and here's us.
Yeah.
These rich fucking posh cunts against us.
Everything's fucking. I feel like I ain't said nothing. You know what I mean? But it's just it's abominable. You can't get a job because people are undercutting us. And I mean, even Jeremy Corbyn said that. Jeremy Corbyn said the Polish are coming over here undercutting building site jobs, and that's what I was doing.
It's happening everywhere. You got like that. What's that wanker in New York called? Bloomberg.
Oh yeah,
Judge Bloomberg, Mayor Bloomberg.
You see the Jewish and the Polish.
He's got all that bullshit over there.
Yeah, the Jewish and the Muslim argument. What has that got to do with us? Nothing.
Judge Bloomberg loves all that.
Yeah, he's one fascist.
He's a Nazi.
All the judges in New York are fucking Jewish. And if you're Jewish and you go in there for raping a kid, you're going to get community service. 10, 15 hours community service.
Well, we saw that over here just earlier. We saw that case from Liverpool, didn't we?
But the same court that gives someone community service for raping a 6-year-old kid.
A 2-year-old child up in Liverpool, he got sentenced yesterday.
This is Bloomberg in New York.
Oh,
right?
yeah, it's Bloomberg.
There was a court in New York. They give someone about 3 weeks community service for raping someone because he was Jewish. The week later, some black geezer got caught with, 20 quid worth of weed. Yeah?
Let me guess, he got banged up for 12 months.
12 months, he got 8 years.
Fucking hell.
You know what I mean?
But it is New York, and Bloomberg's a wanker.
You know what I mean? He got 8 years. And
well, what were we reading earlier about that case in Liverpool?
Oh.
Fucking disgusting.
What is it? You know what I mean? This is the thing, right? I mean, for years and years we've been going on about PI, the paedophile information exchange, which if you look into it, because I've looked into it more than you have, right? And it was created when immigration started. It was created to infuse people into the country by accepting their traditions, which means marrying underage children, which PI was invented for. Harriet Harman would tell you that if she had the bottle. You know what I mean? But that's what it was to integrate different cultures into this country, and it would never happen. You can't.
They won't integrate for a start, the Muslims.
Yeah, but it's not that. It's like if I accidentally bump into your child and knock him over or rub his head, I'll get done for assault or something. Yeah, you know what I mean? I wouldn't do that. Yeah, I wouldn't. You wouldn't go near someone else's child these days. You know what I mean? Even if they fell over and they was crying, you wouldn't go near them. You wouldn't do that. It's socially unacceptable. Yeah, you know what I mean? But people are getting away with raping fucking children. Yeah, because they're coming up with some shit fucking excuses.
If anyone doesn't believe that, have a look at the Liverpool Echo from yesterday, wasn't it? What was it? The 31st of October.
Someone got 6 days for raping.
He got a suspended sentence, Mark, for 2 counts of rape.
In one of the other ramp films I've done, someone got 6 days for raping. It was a taxi driver. He got 6 days for raping someone, one of his customers. You know what I mean? For fuck's sake. Like, I can't. If I come in, fucking hell, mate. If me and you start shouting in the street, we'd be in prison. Yeah. Right? Oh, fucking, they was causing an affray.
They'll lock you up for telling the truth these days.
Yeah, they'll lock us up. Look,
we know that. Robert Greene has been locked up multiple times for telling the fucking truth.
Mate, he's been gagged and everything.
And what's his crime? Telling the fucking truth.
Yeah. But the thing in a minute, you got like how fucking people are stupid. Like how the fuck we ended up. It was understandable as a protest vote, but how we ended up with the Tories, to deal with Brexit, and they're not doing anything. They're just taking the piss out of us. Yeah? So everyone's like, oh, vote Labour. What? Are you fucking serious? Like, you know what I mean? They want to import. They want to open the gates to everyone. Yeah? You're right. Like, you don't even think about this. If you've spent all your life buying a fucking 300 grand house, that ain't going to be worth tuppence. By the time they're telling you they're building 80,000 houses, right? Yeah.
It's not for the likes of me and you, though, are they?
Yeah, but London, the population of London in the next 15, 20 years is going to rise by another 2 million. So 80,000 houses is a piss in the ocean. Yeah? And it's not going to happen. they're going to build so many houses that your houses ain't going to be worth a wank. You know what I mean? You just don't get it. And when they move Trident into this country, if you're within 100 miles of that, you're fucked. Your house is fucked. You're fucked.
Then you got fracking spreading every fucking where.
Oh yeah, if it don't sink into the fucking ground when they frack the ground, you know what I mean?
It all defies common sense.
Everything defies common sense. You know what I mean? You can't. The abuse I get on Facebook, right, from people, I could report it, but I just can't be asked. Life's too short. I just block them. You know what I mean? And then the abuse I get, and I try and report someone, and they just laugh at me. You know what I mean? It's like the police with human rights. I'm English, so I ain't got no human rights. Yeah, if you're English, you ain't got no human rights. Probably if you're Polish as well. You know what I mean? You ain't got no human rights, because we are the most hated race in the fucking world. Polish and English. And like, but if you're an immigrant and you claim that someone's looked at you with a funny look,
oh, that's a hate crime.
Yeah, that's fucking hate crime, mate. There'd be 20 police fucking dragging you off the street, calling you a racist.
If one of our fucking houses gets burgled, they don't want to talk to you.
Oh no, mate. This is what fucking hell. Like everyone I've talked to from East London is like, you know, proper East London people who have lived there and born and bred in London, and
they're no longer in London, are they?
Yeah. If you're there, if someone burgles your house, phone the police and tell them they've got a gun, yeah, and they might turn up then, you know what I mean? But otherwise they'll just mug you off.
But if you've got a £2 million house in fucking Brantford Speak or somewhere, you'll get the whole forensics team out for that.
That's the thing. Like, that's the thing with
them and us.
That's the thing with them and us. Like we had today's news is they've shut in East London, the Walthamstow. It's going to be the only, one of the police stations in London is going to be the only 24-hour police station in East London. Walthamstow's E13, no, it's not E13, that's Stratford and around there, East Ham, West Ham, E13, 12, E11 and that. But they're shutting, basically, the crime has risen and they're shutting all the fucking police stations. What? You know what I mean? The population's risen, they've shut all the fucking fire stations. But you know full well if Boris, who shut all them fire stations, if he gets a fire, they're going to give him fucking proper treatment. He's going to get there. Because if they don't come there, they're going to get a bollocking. You know what I mean? Oh, you cunts can't do your job properly. You know what I mean? Like we see Prince Harry, yeah? Like, all these problems, immigration is the fallout of fucking wars and that, yeah? Caused by the royal family. And this is what people don't understand. Everything's Her Majesty, Her Majesty's Police, Her Majesty's, in this order, Her Majesty's Police, you go, Her Majesty's Police, Her Majesty's CPS, Crown Prosecution Service,
Her Majesty's Courts,
Her Majesty's Courts, Her Majesty's Prisons,
Her
Majesty's Probation Service for when you come out of prison. Everything's Her Majesty's. Now don't tell me, everyone who works for Her Majesty, civil servants, police, everything, they sign their allegiance to the Crown. You are not allowed to talk about the Crown, Official Secrets Act and all that, yeah? Like certain things, right? You're not allowed to talk about it, yeah? So your allegiance is to the Crown. When you shoot someone, when you drop bombs on people, that is for the Crown. No armed forces leave this country without the Queen's permission, the Queen's written fucking permission.
She has to stamp that fucking...
So if you're fucking stupid enough